Hi everyone! I am Ma'am PC at ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon ay ang paggawa ng Statement of Cash Flow. Kung bago ka lang sa channel ko, click subscribe and the notification bell para lagi kang updated sa aking upcoming videos. Mwah! Okay, statement of cash flow. Again, kapag sinabi nating statement, ito ay formal written report of financial transactions. So, pag sinabi nating cash flow, ito yung daloy talaga ng pera. Ibig sabihin, may lumalabas, may pumapasok na pera. At ito yung statement of cash flow, ito yung written report para sa mga lumalabas at pumapasok na pera. Kaya nga sabi dito sa definition, it summarizes the cash receipts, ibig sabihin yung mga cash na pumapasok, and cash disbursement, yung mga cash na lumalabas for the accounting period. And then, sa paggawa ng statement of cash flow, meron tayong 3 activities na kinoconsider. First one is operating activities. And from the word operating, operation, operate. Ibig sabihin, ito yung cash receipts, mga natatanggap na pera, and cash disbursement, mga nilalabas na pera ng business arising from the normal operation of the business. So, habang ginagawa ng business yung trabaho na pinoprovide niya para sa client or customer, ito yung mga cash na dumadaloy sa business. Halimbawa, ng mga activities na involve ang operation ng business at ang cash flow. We have receipt of cash, collections from customer for the performance of service or sale of goods. Ibig sabihin, di ba kapag nag-provide ka ng service or nagbenta ka ng product, ay nagkakaroon ka ng collection or mayroon kang kinokollect sa mga customer bilang bayad ng customer sa'yo. So, kasama siya sa operating activity under receipt of cash. And also royalties, fees, commission received, interest, dividends, and other income received. While sa payment of cash naman, we have yung binabayad natin sa supplier natin for services and goods acquired. Employee's salary, kung meron tayong mga tauhan, interest expense, also government license and taxes. Sa madaling salita, yung operating activities, it involves all the income and expenses na related sa normal operation ng business. Pero hindi lahat ng income at expenses ng business ay related sa operation ng business mismo. Dahil meron tayong mga tinatawag na investing activities. Ito naman yung cash receipt or disbursement arising from sale, ibig sabihin nagbenta ka, or acquisition, bumili ka ng asset not related. So, labas dito ang normal business operation. Sa receipt of cash, halimbawa niyan, nag-sale or ibig sabihin nagbenta ka ng asset. Halimbawa, yung computer ng company, binenta mo. So, hindi naman involved ang operation ng business, lalo na kung ang operation ng business ay sabihin nating grocery store. So, binenta mo yung computer ng business mo, hindi naman siya involved sa operation ng business, investing activities yon. And then, kung may binebentang asset, meron din namang binibiling asset. So, purchase or acquisition of asset, it includes in investing activities under payment of cash. Kasi, di ba kapag tayo ay bumibili ng asset, nagbabayad tayo. Also, investment in debt or trading securities. Sa madaling salita, ang investing activities, it involves non-current assets or fixed assets. Yung mga equipment, machineries, furniture, yan. Then, third one, last one, financing activities. So, dito naman, involved na yung owner at creditors ng business. So, halimbawa, sa receipt of cash, so, ano bang activity ng business yung involved ang owner tapos may marireceive ng cash? Diba? Investment or additional investment? Kasi ang investment, diba, personal na pera ni owner, itatransfer niya sa business. Kaya nagkaroon ng investment doon sa business. Also, proceed of loans, kapag nagkaroon ng borrowing of funds. Sa payment of cash naman, yung kabaligtaran ng investment, you have drawing. So, pera ng business, tin-transfer sa personal use. So, yun yung drawing. Also, payment for the principal balance of loan. Kapag nagbayad ka nung borrowed funds mo. So, sa financing activities, ang mga involved ay capital, drawing, and borrowings. Yan, huwag kakalimutan. So, practicein natin i-apply yung 3 classifications na to. Halimbawa, ito yung set of givens. Siyempre, i-identify natin yung classification kung operating ba siya, investing, or financing. Additional investment in the business. So, may word na investment, kaya financing. Receive. Kasi nakatanggap ng pera yung business. Proceeds of sale of equipment. So, equipment, a fixed asset or non-current asset. Kaya, financing. Nagbenta, kaya naka-receive ng pera. Collection of interest, ibig sabihin, interest income. So, income yan. Kaya, operating. Receipt, kasi nakatanggap ng pera ang business upon collection. Collection from customer, operating then, receipt. Proceeds of bank loan. Yan, binanggit na yan kanina. Borrowing of fund. So, financing siya, naka-receive ng pera. Proceeds from sale of furniture. So, furniture, fixed asset or non-current asset. Kaya sa investing siya, dahil nagbenta, naka-receive ng pera. Next set, payment of operating expenses. From the word itself, operating, payment. Collection of dividends, dividend income. Operating, receipt. Cash withdrawal, yan, drawing. Financing, payment. Payment of interest, interest expense. We have operating, payment. Collection of rent, operating, receipt. Kasi tayo nag-collect ng rent. Purchase of furniture. Furniture is a fixed asset, kaya investing, dahil nag-purchase, ikaw yung nagbayad, kaya pay. Payment of bank loan, we have financing, pay. So, to summarize yung mga given kanina, ito po yun. Ayan sila lahat. I-list down natin sa isang screen. Yan. And then, ang gagawin natin dyan, kuhanin muna natin lahat ng operating activities. So, maiwan lahat ng operating activities. Next step, arrange based on subcategory. Ibig sabihin, i-arrange pagsamasamahin lahat ng receipts, pagsamasamahin lahat ng payment. And then, para mas maganda yung statement of cash flow natin, i-arrange pa natin from highest to lowest value. Okay. So, pagkatapos nyan, gagawin na natin yung statement of cash flow. So, ganito yung itsura niya. Yan. Siyempre, hindi mawawala yung heading na 3 lines, when merchandising, statement of cash flow for year ended December 31, 2016. First part niya is for operating activities. Second is for investing, and last yung financing. So, dito muna tayo kay operating activities. Paano ba siya ginagawa? So, ito kanina yung in-arrange natin, no? I-set aside natin sa upper right corner. Lagyan mo na, cash flows from operating activities, maunang i-list yung mga receipts. So, we have collections from customer na 315,800, rent income na 30,000, dividends income na 12,000, interest income na 9,000. And then, payment naman, operating expenses na negative 145, may parenthesis siya kasi expenses yan, nakakababa sa pera ng business. Interest expense na negative 6,000. And ang total niya, pag pinagsama-sama yan, we have net cash from operating activities, 215,800 pesos. Kung makapansin nyo din, yung currency na peso sign ay sa unang digit lang at sa last. Next, mga investing activities naman. So, maiwan lahat ng investing. I-arrange based on subcategory, lahat ng receipts magkakasama, payment magkakasama. Then, arrange from highest to lowest value. Yan. Then, lagay natin, cash flows from investing activities. Parang yung sa operating lang kanina. Receipts of cash, proceed from sale of equipment, 15,000. Proceeds from sale of furniture, 8,000. Sa payment man, we have purchase of furniture, negative 31,000. And ang total ng investing activities natin or cash flow from investing activities, we have negative 8,000 pesos. Next naman is financing activities. So, ayan lahat ng financing activities. Arrange from subcategory, lahat ng receipts and lahat ng payment of cash. And tingnan nyo mabuti yung susunod na arrangement. Arrange where capital and drawing listed first. So, dapat mauna yung mga investment. Ayan, okay naman sa receipts natin, nauuna yung additional investment. Sa payment naman natin, nauuna yung cash withdrawal. Kaya, okay na yung arrangement na yan. So, lagay natin sa upper right corner. Then, cash flows from financing activities. We have receipts, additional investment of owner, 22,200. Proceeds of bank loan, 200,000. Sa payment naman, we have cash withdrawal of owner, negative 30,000. Negative, kasi minus yun. Or deduction. Payment of bank loan, negative 150,000. So, ang net cash from financing activities natin is 42,200. Now, pag samasamahin natin lahat ng tatlo nating na-compute kanina. So, we have sa operating activities, 215,800 yung total. Idudugtong natin yung kay investing activities. Next is for financing. And then, kung mapapansin nyo yung pagkakatapat-tapat ng numerical value. Ayan. Magkakatapat lahat ng total. From 215,800, katapat niya si negative 8,000 pesos. At katapat din niya si 42,200. So, ang gagawin natin dyan, pagsasama-samahin natin. 215,800 minus, kasi negative yung 8,000, minus 8,000 plus 42,200 will get net increase or decrease in cash na 250,000 pesos. And then, sa given, ay ibibigay dyan na cash beginning balance. So, kung walang ibinigay, ilalagay nyo lang 0. Pero kapag may binigay, halimbawa, 200,000 pesos, ilalagay nyo sa ibaba. Cash balance ng January 1, kasi yun yung beginning, 200,000, i-add lang natin siya, we will get cash ding balance or cash balance ng December 31 na 450,000. Huwag kalimutan ang double rule. Okay? 450,000 pesos. Kung mapapansin nyo yung mga currency, mga peso sign, ay sa una at huli lang. At sa mga totals. Yan. Yun lamang po at maraming salamat. Maraming salamat sa pagtangkilik sa aking videos at sa aking YouTube channel. Happy 1,000 subscribers sa atin. Thank you so much, Lance Mendoza, for editing my video and supporting me all the way. And thank you so much, Inakays and students from the other school na nag-appreciate, nagla-like, nag-share ng ating videos. Until next time, God bless everyone!